From the mind of Ty West and from Mia Goth's substantial input, we have MaXXXine, a film that we can all call as uneven, as is extraordinary in its commitment to showing the grime and underbelly of Hollywood, not yet sanitized by modern media. Make no mistake, Hollywood is not all glitz and glamour. It can be an ugly place of not so genuine people who want to use you to their benefit. That said, Brat Girl Summer is definitely in season with how little or how few fucks MaXXXine gives for conventional situations that would frighten most. I love how MaXXXine captures the filth that once plagued the city of Hollywood. It feels like its own character in its own setting, which is a perfect playground for this third and maybe final installment of the X trilogy. Ty West recently stated that he's working on a fourth installment, so I guess we'll have to see. But let's not jump too far ahead. Let's start with our star, MaXXXine Meeks, aka Mia Goth. It's been 6 years since the Smut Slaughters. And frankly, I'm shocked to learn that MaXXXine hasn't used her notoriety to become a big Hollywood star. But she has found some ground when it comes to being one of the biggest stars when it comes to the world of adult films. However, the career transition is tough, and only comes way of another woman looking to make her own mark in a fictional world of Hollywood, Elizabeth Blender. She takes on the mentor role to MaXXXine, telling her that she cannot afford to make mistakes in her first big film role. That if they are to break through together, they're going to do it with vengeance. Now look, bear in mind, this is all set to the backdrop of Hollywood during the 1980s, when satanic panic was on the loose with a fictionalized serial killer out and about murdering young actresses to quote-unquote cleanse their souls. Yes, I'm sure they were saved. MaXXXine evidently becomes the prime target, but she feels like she's the anti-Black Dahlia or the anti-Final Girl. She destroys a would-be predator. She beats the shit out of Kevin Bacon with key brass knuckles. She wears Viking war paint to do battle. MaXXXine should be the next truly great horror icon. This is uncontested. MaXXXine will not be fucked with. Her battle scars from the previous film show that she's capable and she trusts very few people. This is advantageous when, early in the movie, MaXXXine saves herself from a potential sexual assault from some asshole in a mime costume. And I want to say this, look, he deserved everything that happened to him. Was it gruesome? Yes, but let's be fair, guys. He fucking deserved it. That said, MaXXXine plays a larger cat and mouse game with the killer until the third act, which is where I feel this film kinda drops the ball a bit. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Kid Cudi was the killer the whole time. He survived. No, JK. Unfortunately, no. In actuality, MaXXXine's father, the crazed pastor at the very end of X, is trying to cleanse the souls of sinners by branding them and killing them. And look, the idea of a televangelist serial killer, is it topical? Yes. Is it a bad idea? No. But I don't like the execution of it. I like that Giancarlo Esposito is a good guy for once. I like that Kevin Bacon gets killed again. Go watch our review of Beverly Hills Cop 4. But I don't know. I feel like a random psychopath being the one that stalks the actresses is just, it's better, I think. It's scarier to think that it could be anyone rather than it being the protagonist's father again. Look, that's the whole part where I feel like this film falls short, because maybe it's opinion I only have, and that's fair, but I've seen a lot of people online that felt the same way, like the third act drops the ball. Because, well, we've seen this story before. We've seen evil cult churches, we've seen evil pastors trying to save the whores, and it feels like commentary that's trying to be topical, but it fails with the execution. That's unfortunate. Imagine this. Instead of a cult in the third act, MaXXXine does battle with a serial killer that's been hunting down women left and right. But MaXXXine doesn't run, she fights. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? An amazing third act where they battle in a dank and dingy warehouse and the sleazy offices of a lawyer, where MaXXXine gets the kill, hopefully using a fire axe. The film ends with them, instead of filming Puritan 2, they film Final Girl, starring the girl the story is based on, MaXXXine Meeks, with her and the director getting catapulted into stardom. Thoughts, people? Now look, I love the look of the film. I love the throwbackness of it. I love the ugly side of Hollywood. I love Mia Goth as MaXXXine. I just wish they hadn't kept it in the family and allowed us to enjoy a new villain. That said, this is a 6 out of 10 for me, but what did you all think? Let us know down below, we'd greatly appreciate it, and we'll catch you all next time. We'll see everybody.